Have we talked about this week?
GCF.
GCF.
Common factor.
Trinomial factoring, which is the STAR method. What is the greatest common factor?
Like, if it's the highest number, like the highest, yeah, what's that?
The biggest number that goes into two or more numbers.
The largest number that divides into
We've established that.
Now, no matter what kind of factoring we do, what do we look for every time in the very beginning?
A GCF.
A GCF. Always look for a GCF. So at the top of your notes, I want you to write, always look for a GCF. Always look for a GCF. Stop that.
But I have to think.
Stop that.
Parker, you're one that's not great today.
Alright, so remember, factoring is division. So when I say factor, that means essentially you are dividing, correct?
Yes.
Agreed. And with the trinomial, we divide it into two binomials. But if it's a GCF, we factor out the number that goes into all of them. And when we have like variables, what do we look for?
Highest exponent.
Highest or lowest?
Lowest.
Lowest exponent.
I was close. I was on it.
Lowest. Now open your foldable to GCF.
Hey!
That is second.
Open your foldable to GCF. Greatest common factor. Okay, now we wrote that it's the largest number that divides evenly into two or more numbers. You take the smallest exponent of common variables, and whatever number of terms you start with, you end with. We wrote that in a different color because it's very important. I want you to squiggle that. I want you to star it. I want you to baby Jesus. I want you to write a bomb beside it. Something so that you know it is very, very, very important. If I start with 2, how many do I end with? 2. If I start with 3, how many do I end with? 3. So what is the number that goes into both 14 and 21?
7.
So that's what you would divide out. That's what you would factor out. You would divide both of these by 7, which is what we did there. We started with 2. We ended with 2. Why did we not change our sign? Because why?
It's the biggest
Because
factor.
we didn't divide by a negative, did we?
No.
No, so we don't change our sign. Don't change your signs, kids. Don't change your signs.
That's how you go change your time.
If I start with 3, how many do I end with?
3.
And when I have 4 and I have to use GCF, what method do I use?
Foil.
Nope.
Wait.
Starts with a G.
Graph.
Grouping. Grouping. Where you group the first two together, or you group the second two together.
I wasn't here for that.
Okay. Alright, so let's open this guy. X squared plus bx plus c. Now remember, this is where we use the star. Our leading coefficient is 1. We need two numbers that multiply to give us what?
C.
And add to give us?
B.
Fantastic. If C is positive, what happens?
You look at B.
The factors match B. Yes. So if C is positive and B is positive, what are both of your signs?
Positive.
If C is positive and B is negative, what are both of your signs?
Negative.
Fantastic. Alright, what if C is negative? What do you do?
Look at B.
Look at B. If B is positive, the.
Big
Big factor is positive.
If B is negative, the.
Big factor is negative.
Okay, now looking at these two. Let's look at this one. Why did we make both of our signs positive?
Because C is positive.
Because both C and B are positive, right?
Yes.
So if C and B are positive, both of these are going to be positive. And we need two numbers that multiply to give us 8, add to give us 6. That's 4 and 2. Is everybody with me?
Yeah.
Alright, why did we make both of these negative? Because B is negative and C is
Positive.
fantastic. Alright, and why did we have two different signs here?
Because
B is positive. C is negative.
Alright, why did we make our big factor positive?
B is positive.
Yep, because B is positive. Alright, so what we're going to do today is we're going to practice the STAR method when we have a leading coefficient. And then we're going to go over the homework maze that you got last night. So everybody open to this page, ax squared plus bx plus c. And then you're going to pull your paper down because we're going to write at the top. Except for Travis, who can't write.
Think it, Travis.
I am.
Wait, how do you
That was Blue's classroom.
Alright, so I want you to please write our learning target for today. I can factor a trinomial with
Leading
do you want to come over here?
No, please
The leading coefficient of 1.
With a leading, or just throw yourself on the floor, coefficient, not of 1.
But it says of 1. Why are you?
That was from the other day.
But it says today.
That was from the other day. I forgot to change it.
There we go.
There we go.
Alright, so we need a leading coefficient that's a number this time. Now, what do we have to look for first?
GCF.
Yes, always look for a GCF first. Look
We have heard that your toes are cold.
for GCF first. Would you like a blanket?
Oh no, I just scratched my stamp.
Real?
I wasn't talking to you, but would you like a blanket?
Okay.
Can I get the Batman mask?
Alright, so you look for a GCF first. Now, do we still use the rules of trinomial factoring?
Yes. She actually gave you a
No,
blanket.
she's giving it to Parker.
Ask for it. I only have
Why do you have one though?
because sometimes children get cold in here.
I have the Batman mask.
No, I'm like,
She never gives it to Carolina.
Oh yeah. Man, don't tell her I did that.
Oh.
Sorry,
That's her
Carolina.
punishment for skipping. She's not allowed to have it.
True. Alright, so the rules of trinomial factoring rules apply. Now, that's what we just went over, the trinomial rules. So where did we write them down?
trinomial flat.
Mm-hmm. And that's on the previous page, right?
Yeah.
Look at us go. So let's write look at previous page. Right, you still have to write. Where is your foldable? Not here at school.
Well, you're done, she would not.
She asked if I had fuzzy socks, and I said not here at school.
Oh my gosh, I'm not fuzzy.
Would you like anything else, Your Highness?
Maybe some coffee.
Alright, so what do we do first when we have a leading coefficient? What is the first thing we do that's different than what we did yesterday?
Multiply A and C.
Thank you.
Yay.
Multiply A times C. Now remember, we have done this before, so this is just review. Parker's going to pay attention because he's going to learn today.
What color is that?
One.
This?
Yeah.
Fuchsia. That's fuchsia.
Hey.
Parker, right, son? That's all at the top, pumpkin. That's all at the top, pumpkin. Oh my god, this is going to take us 97 years.
How can you whisper across the room without anybody hearing?
What did you just say?
Anyway, you guys spell that? And I said, okay, that's repeat.
Does it smell like peppermint or poop? Did one of you poop your pants?
No, but it usually smells differently in your classroom.
Not to tell.
I love how you're recording this.
Oh yeah. I didn't pause it, guys.
Good job, guys.
Parker, today.
Move like poo. 8 minutes, Parker.
I'll get the recording.
Ow, that was me. She threw that.
Stop. Alright, so our first one that we're going to do is 3x squared plus 17x plus 10.
You have salt?
Okay, this is the first one that we are going to do together. Now, does it have a GCF?
Yeah.
Yes. No.
What is wrong?
No.
Maybe.
Is there a number other than 1 that divides into all 3 of those?
No.
First of all, 3 and 17 are both prime numbers, so there's no number other than 1 that divides into those.
Yeah.
And 3 doesn't go into 10. So then we move on to the star method. So everybody draw your star. Just in case you forgot what is in your star, I'm going to rewrite it up here. A times C, B, A, vectors. Remember, because we have a leading coefficient this time, so we have to multiply A times C. Now, yesterday we did not do that because we had a leading coefficient of 1. Remember?
Okay, that was mine.
Yeah. So that's why we decided to do the star method both times, so that we are doing the same thing consistently, and all we're adding here is A times C.
Okay, so like up at the top it would be 30 since it's 3.
Yes, because you would do 3 times 10. So you take your A, you multiply it times 10, and that gives you 30. What goes on bottom?
17.
Okay. What goes on top, on the sides?
3 and 3.
3 and 3, because that is your
Hey.
thingamajigs.
Thingamajig.
3 and 3. Now we need 2 numbers that multiply to give us 30 and add to give us 17. 2 numbers that multiply to give us 2 and 15.
Why did you stop before I beat you all?
Good idea.
And then top it all right.
Now, Travis, why did you pick 2 and 15?
Because you multiply them, they equals 30, and you add them, it equals 17.
Alright, now, which of these 2 fractions does not reduce?
3.
3 and 2.
3 and 2. So remember, we write it in our parentheses. This number goes out front, so it's 3x plus 2. Does everybody remember doing that?
Yeah.
We did it.
Oh, I think I know what the other one is.
And I'm pretty sure you were here too. Alright, then we reduce this guy. What is 3/15 reduced to?
1/5.
1/5. 1 and 5. So you write x plus 5. Now, why did I not write the 1?
Because
Because
Because 3 is your leading coefficient.
Yes. Alright, we need to do one more, and then we need to go over our homework, because I want to make sure you completely understand how to do that, okay? Because I said 97 times that it was for tonight and this weekend, to not do it last
I was
night.
trying to be an overachiever.
I got to like the third one came up.
Alright, B.
I am.
Stop before I beat you all.
Okay.
Alright, I want to do 2x squared minus 3x minus 9. Now, this time we have to watch out for our signs because we have negatives. Is everybody ready? We got to hustle and move through this, so I'm not going to ask you. I just want you to pay attention and write. Alright, first thing you do is 2 times negative 9. That gives you negative 18. And we're going to put negative 3 on bottom and 2 on top. Remember, yesterday and the day before, we put 1 on top because we did not have a leading coefficient. This time we have a leading coefficient of 2. Is everybody with me?
Yes.
Okay, now we need 2 numbers that multiply to give us negative 18 and add to give us negative 3. We could use negative 9 and 2, but that would give us negative 7. So we could use 6 and negative 3, but that would give us positive 3, and we need a negative 3. So what about negative 6 and positive 3?
Yes.
So we're going to write on bottom negative 6, positive 3. Now, the fraction on the right does not reduce. So you would have 2x plus 3. Is everybody with me? This does reduce. So you would have 1 and negative 3. So that would be x minus 3. There's one more that I want to do together before we go. And this one is an excellent problem because it has a GCF. So we have 4x squared plus 22x plus 10. Now, how do we know that we have a GCF here?
They're all like,
They're even.
They're all even. And what goes into all of those? 2. Awesome. So what you would do first is I would divide everything by 2. Get 2x squared plus 11x plus 5. And then you would use your star method on what's on the inside. We're going to come back and do this problem first thing Monday.
Okay.
Okay? Now, on your homework, everybody get it out. You have to work out every single problem on here. So first, you have to work out all the problems. All of them. And you have to work them out on a separate sheet of paper. Then what I want you to do is you're going to write each of your factors in the square. So I'm going to show you an example of what it's going to look like, and then I'm going to show you how to do it. We've got a minute, so I need everybody to pay close attention. Parker, just watch for a minute. All right, say this was x plus 2, and this was x plus 4. And this was x plus 2, and this was x plus 3. And this was x plus 3, and this was x plus 8. And this was x plus 8, and this was x minus 9. And this was x minus 9, and this was x plus 10. After you work them all out, you match up matching factors. So you see how both of these have an x plus 2?
Yeah.
You would go this way. See how these both have an x plus 3? You would then go this way. See how both of these have an x plus 8? You would then go there and then down. So you work out all of them first and then connect the matches. Okay?
And then we write them in a separate piece of paper.
You work them out on a separate piece of paper. Write your factors on here. Thank you. Yes, it's on the table. Does that help everybody understand how to do the homework?